the next day, that is the 20th of September. Now, this is the big development we are tracking at this stage. Singapore police has been initiating this inquiry on its own. They have questioned every member who was present in the yacht. They had questioned them actually multiple times. They had also seized their mobile phones and had analyzed the contents, had taken copies of it. That is what they had already done. And after all this inquiry, the Singapore police will submit their report to the coroner on December 19th. Now, the coroner, as I said, is a judicial officer, and after the coroner gets the report from the Singapore police, the coroner will take a decision whether to launch a judicial inquiry or not into the circumstances leading to Zubin Garg's death. Now, let me tell you, viewers, the post-mortem report by the Singapore General Hospital, where Zubin was taken after the after he suffered after that the incident, they had given a post-mortem report saying that, describing the cause of death as due to drowning. That is okay, but the circumstances leading to Zubin Garg's death, that has not been looked into by the Singapore police, and that is what the coroner will now decide after the Singapore police submits its report, because the Singapore police had also questioned every member of the 16 member, including the captain of the yacht that had taken Zubin Garg and his team to the Lazarus Island, where he met with that fateful accident, or whatever we call it. Now, we don't know whether it was an accident, whether it was other reasons. That is for the SIT and the Singapore police to let us know. So, this is the big story we are tracking, Amrita. The two-member SIT team had a 2.5-hour marathon discussion with the Singapore police, 5-member Singapore police team yesterday, and during which they told that they will be submitting their report to the coroner on December the 19th. Now, the SIT team will also question Wazid Ahmed, as I said, who is the only member of that 16-member team who had not come to Assam to depose before the SIT, because he's a Singapore national, therefore he will be questioned in Singapore itself. And the team will also analyze the CCTV footages from the Pan Pacific Hotel where Zubin last stayed. And the SIT team yesterday, upon landing in Singapore, had visited the place of occurrence, that is the Lazarus Island, visited the Pan Pacific Hotel and some other locations where Zubin had been to during his 2-day or 3-day stay in Singapore. Amrita.
Absolutely. Also, a Wasbir detailed probe, of course, we know it's continuing on a war footing. More facts, they are being unveiled in the coming days. That's what we are expecting. Now, with the coroner also being involved into this probe, more clarity is being expected, Wasbir, because here in Assam, especially in the northeast, the clarion call for justice for Zubin, it's only getting louder.
Absolutely, absolutely, because he was an iconic singer. He was loved by everybody, not just in Assam but across the country, and therefore everybody is waiting for justice. But as everybody knows, justice has to come through the legal system, and legal system takes time. They have its own procedures, whether it is in India, whether it is in Singapore. They have their own way of dealing with legal matters, and yes, people have faith in the judiciary. That is an institution where that is the last resort for anybody to get justice. At the end of the day, the Assam government, led by Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, has also been liaising with the highest level authorities in Singapore. He had already met the Singapore Deputy High Commissioner in New Delhi. He had also sought cooperation from the authorities in Singapore. The Assam police on its own had written to the Attorney General. Remember, when there is an intercase, as far as Singapore is concerned, any cases related to crime, if there is another country is involved, that country's authorities will have to write to the Attorney General in Singapore, who will give the permission for them to come. Therefore, there were a lot of back and forth communication between the Assam SIT and the Attorney General's office in Singapore. And after getting the clearance, the two-member SIT team had landed in Singapore yesterday, because without permission from the Singaporean authorities, no police from any other country can actually land up and start investigations. So that requires, and in fact what we know is that the diplomats in the Indian High Commission in Singapore are also seized of the matter. They're cooperating with the assisting the 2-member SIT team that had landed in Singapore. That's what we have come to know, Amrita. On the whole, this is a serious investigation that is going on both in Assam as well as in Singapore as to the circumstances leading to the death of Zubeen Garg.
Absolutely, Wasbir. Thank you so much for this detailed overview on this big development that Northeast Live is very closely tracking at this hour, viewers. Singapore police will be submitting their findings on the legend's death to the coroner on the 19th of December. This information has been revealed during a marathon 2.5-hour meeting between the 2-member SIT team and a 5-member delegation of the Singapore police. The Singapore police has also meanwhile assured full cooperation with the special investigating team in regards to the investigation into Zubeen Garg's death. And noteworthy here is that, viewers, the Singapore authorities released a statement last week where they ruled out the possibility of foul play in Zubeen Garg's death. The 2-member investigation team from Assam, headed by SIT Chief Munna Prasad Gupta and Titaborko District SP Tarun Goyal, landed